In this video, we'll show you how to operate the Thermo Scientific 1500 Series A2 Biosafety Cabinet UV germicidal light. Most cabinets have them, but some do not. This video only applies if your unit includes UV or if you've added it as an accessory. We should note that while it can be helpful to rely on the UV germicidal light feature as part, but not the only part, of your cabinet's disinfection regime, some facilities and organizations do not allow the use of UV germicidal light. Thermo Scientific cabinets are made with and without UV to support your program and approach. If your cabinet has UV and you want to use it, we will now show you how it works. For demonstration purposes, let's touch the UV key. The UV will not come on unless the window is closed, the white light is off, and the fan is running. If you select UV when the window is open, you will get a message requesting to close the window. If you open the window while the UV light is on, it will immediately shut off as a safety interlock. The wisest way to use the UV germicidal light in a BSC is with a timed cycle. In 2006, in the journal Applied Biosafety, Meechan and Wilson noted that it is excessive to use a UV light for more than an hour in a BSC. Let's learn how to set up a timed UV cycle. If you select Settings and then UV Disinfection, the UV disinfection screen will appear. You can create 3 settings from this screen. First, you can set the length of your UV disinfection cycle time. Based on the Meechan and Wilson article, the time recommendation is 1 hour. Of course, you should set the length according to your own application requirements. Second, you can program the cabinet fans to shut off or continue to run in idle mode when the UV cycle is finished. If you set the UV cycle to run at the end of the day or after work hours, you can also program the cabinet to shut down after the cycle. Third, you can set an auto start time for the cycle. For example, if you wanted the UV disinfection to run at 5 a.m. and run for an hour, you would set your duration to 1 hour, check the UV auto start button and enter 5 a.m. for the start time. For auto start to activate, the cabinet needs to be in reduced flow standby mode with the window closed and white light off. So when you shut down at the end of the workday before, make sure you double check these settings. Finally, if you want the cabinet to continue in reduced flow standby mode, do not select that the cabinet should go into idle mode after the UV cycle. If you want the cabinet fan to shut off, select that you do want to operate in idle mode after the UV cycle. Once you have adjusted your settings according to your protocols, you're done unless you want to make a change. It's that simple. The cabinet will use the same cycle and auto start times every day. You can monitor your UV light usage through the status screen. Touch the green heart and you'll see the last time the UV bulb was replaced and how many hours you've used the bulb since then. UV lights typically last 9,000 hours or so. There is also an alert for UV bulb life. When its usage gets close to 9,000 hours, the cabinet touchscreen will display an alert reminding you to change the UV bulb. Once you see the alert, you'll have plenty of time to procure and install a new bulb and restart the UV hour counter. This brings us to the end of our video. We hope that it has been helpful. For more information, please visit thermofisher.com/BSC.